A woman opened the door and suddenly found a black wall behind it. Not only that, she noticed that even the windows were blocked by the black wall. No matter how hard she hit the wall, she couldn't break through it. Then the woman picked up a drill and aimed it at the wall, trying to break it, but the drill didn't even leave a mark on the wall. In frustration, they turned to look at the wall next to them, only to find that the entire room was sealed off by this high wall. To make matters worse, her cell phone signal and Wi-Fi were gone too. There was no sign of this black wall before they went to bed. It had covered all around the room overnight. Just as the two were in despair, a faint conversation came from the next room. The woman suddenly had an idea, picked up the electric drill, aimed at the wall separating them from the neighbors. A few minutes later, they finally drilled a small hole in the wall. At this point, the neighbors were also confused. They were also surrounded by the black wall and trying to figure out if anything unusual had happened last night, but no one could provide any clues. When they woke up, this strange wall was already there. No sound, no signs of construction. It was as if it had suddenly popped up overnight. Even the faucet couldn't release any water. Then Nat accidentally discovered that the wall seemed to have magnetism. Immediately after, the two took out all the iron objects in the house. The woman found that the 4 points on the door had the strongest magnetic field, and they were all in a square shape. The man thought, maybe there's a way to interact with this wall, just like how he usually plays computer games. After hearing this, the woman also had a sudden inspiration. She started trying to interact with the wall. Unexpectedly, the next second, two people were at a loss when suddenly, intense fighting sounds came from next door, so they quickly broke through the partition wall and squeezed into the neighbor's house. They searched cautiously, and when they saw the female neighbor lying on the ground, their hearts tightened. Fortunately, she was only slightly injured. Unexpectedly, the next second, the male neighbor suddenly rushed over from behind. At the critical moment, a woman fortunately stepped forward in time to stop him. The female neighbor hurried over to explain, saying that her boyfriend hadn't hurt her at all. It was she who had tried to hit the wall hard just now, but instead accidentally injured her boyfriend, and all the blood on the ground was from him. After figuring out the truth, the four of them finally breathed a sigh of relief. The woman suggested that since the wall couldn't be broken through, they might as well try starting from the floor, all the way down to the first floor. Soon, a big hole was chiseled in the floor. The man climbed down along the sheet. Unexpectedly, the next second, he was held at gunpoint by the resident downstairs. The situation has once again fallen into crisis.